Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of the Portland Snowhawks franchise mode. As always, if you want to see your own custom player featured in this franchise mode, check out the Patreon link in the description. It's a great, tremendous way to support my channel, plus to give back. You get to be featured in this franchise mode. So today's going to be a little bit different, as I want to finish the regular season. I don't have enough time to play all of these games, so what we are going to do is have some play the moments, some different like strategy type handicaps. Like we're gonna have, for example, we're gonna play the Chiefs. We're gonna play the moments for the Ravens and 49ers against the Steelers. I'm gonna be only allowed to use whatever play the A button is, and then we'll probably just play as is for week 17. But our goal for today's episode is to get it all the way from week 13 to 17, so that next week's stream will be playoff push, offseason, all that good stuff. So without further ado, we're taking on the Chiefs here. 8-3, big-time divisional rival, big-time matchup. Looking at how the Chiefs have done thus far. I know they have the Patreon, the custom Steve Howard, that QB looking pretty fine. 1,700 yards, 10 TDs, 5 picks. Haven't been able to run the ball nearly as successful as they have in real life. Patterson and Tyreek. They got Speed Cheese on the outside. And you got Justin Houston there with 9 sacks. So he is going off. And they have a bunch of turnovers in the secondary. So we got to be careful with the ball. With how Phillip Rivers is playing right now, playing like an MVP candidate, I feel fine. Really just slanging and banging the rock as is. But what's going on, everybody? Tristan Lindquist. He gets the mod. A.K.A. better known as the Freak Mod. Look at this. The game froze. God, I hate this game. Ah, such a bad game. I've never had as many bugs. I don't know if you can throw it up all to the Frostbite engine or not, but the bugs are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to have to reboot her, and then we'll have our first gameplay of the night. Oh, what's this? I actually kind of hope it does this other glitch that it does for me. Sometimes when I boot the game up, it says I'm still playing the trial, like the EA Access trial, and then the game just crashes on me and stuff. I don't know. How about them Eagles? Eagles are looking great. Really excited. I'm drinking in Canada we call them slushies. I think they're, whatever the hell, those ice drinks you guys get at 7-Eleven. I got one of them right now. Really excited to see how the Eagles play the Rams this week. Big time matchup. Really excited for it. Super excited. Super duper excited. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Expert Gamer? What's up, Sport Show Sam? Alright, of course, Snowhawks froze, but let's jump. We're just going to jump right in. We're going to do a little introduction for our game against the Chiefs. So as I stated, yeah, we're going to get through all of the games here in the remaining of the regular season. So that means we're going to have to play some moments, which is what we're going to do right now tonight. Of course, we wouldn't let us pick that option, but we will. Call them slushies too. Well, it's friggin' delicious. It's blue. I don't know what exact flavor it is, but blue is great. Slurpees, yep. What do you think the score will be versus the Rams? I'm going to say 34-21 Eagles. You're going against Carson Wentz in your fantasy league. You have Jared Goff. I hope it's defensive. I would much rather Carson Wentz than Jared Goff in that scenario. But you never know, man, with how Big V struggled against the Seahawks. They may find a way, especially Wade Phillips being the veteran he is, to find a way to get Aaron Donald on Big V, which could be bad news for Carson Wentz. It's going to be interesting. Wow, OG Gangrene, let's go. I think Russell Wilson's best in the league. After how he played my Eagles, he might very well be. All right, let's get into a play of the moments here. Hey, can I even do that? Oh, there we go. All right, we're just going to play the key moments in this game. Hopefully, there still is some decent amounts of gameplay. First quarter drive, might as well. Been a while since I played some Madden. As you could tell from my last couple uploads, just been football only, because I am getting ready for the 12 rebuilds of Christmas, which I'm very excited as we go to Lindquist right off the bat. Oh my god, this might be a touchdown. Lindquist is in the chat because I know he's from the UK. And there you go. Just like that. He's overpowered. He's probably like, you know, we do have a bunch of different players. I mean, Hoey on the defense has made a lot of plays. But I think pound for pound, Lindquist might be the guy. First ever Lane Johnson sponsor, and his guy's an absolute animal. 9th touchdown of the year. We get off to an incredibly hot start here against the Kansas City Chiefs. 3rd down alert. Keep the drive going. What are your thoughts on the Bengals-Steelers game Monday? It was pretty dirty, but, you know, what do you expect from a big rivalry matchup? Oh, who wants this? Oh, who wants this? Oh, why would you throw that? That was terrible! C4, what's a position need? I'm trying to decide on my draft prospect. I'm not gonna honestly. I'm not gonna go into the offseason because I haven't really. I know we might need a running back because everyone pretty much decided that we don't go after. We don't go after re-signing our own players. So I know Melvin Gordon's gone. I think Jason Verrett's another one that's gone. As we somehow get up to a 14-0 lead, the computer scores a touchdown for us. Very nice. What was the girl on that 12 days? Lucy Pinder, former rumored girlfriend of Tim Tebow. Oh my god, we're getting torched there. And I think that that 12 Days of Christmas video with the girl in it's what got my like the last couple videos I've tried to make have got demonetized. I think we're fine now. That's why you got the 2 quick MVP and Heisman videos just to see if I can kind of get the system off my channel. And it looks like it worked as Buckley attempts the long 60-yard field goal. And he's absolute money. What coach did the Giants hire? I actually have no idea. Honestly, I mean, Spagnuolo has experience. Maybe if they win out or do something crazy at the end of the season, that might give him the job. He's a good DC. But on the top of my head, I mean, it's one of those things. Another year, I think everyone's going to be trying to get Josh McDaniels. I don't know if he's going to leave for anywhere. So we had Elon Mack. A nice little game. What do you think of Tom Savage so far? I haven't watched any Texan game, but I think his stat line last week wasn't too bad. Didn't he have like 300-some yards? He's a beast. All right, 3rd and 5. Rivers trying to get. See if we can reach. Oh no, that's another turnover. And it's Tom Ali. Melvin Gordon makes a tackle, but god damn it. We're not playing particularly well here, even though we're up 17-7. How's everybody doing? McDaniels drafted the Tebow God. You go right in my book. Oh, you better just slip that in. Oh. The LA Rams make a playoff run. Absolutely. Playoff run. I think they'll make the playoffs. Like, that's what I was, like, trying to bring up in my MVP video. Like, the Rams are a good team. And I can very well, like, even though how better good the Seahawks play, I can see the Rams not giving up or losing steam. They have that 1-game advantage in the division. So, I mean... Oh! Oh, come on with the unnecessary spin move. Saints, yeah. Saints looking pretty dangerous right now. Look, I saw a report that said Mark Ingram might not play this week, so we get to see Alvin Kamara in a lead back role, which could be interesting. As we throw it up deep to our boy Lindquist. It's a monster. Probably play through a bunch of picks or like, you know, I actually wonder. That'd be a funny stat to track. What offensive player has the most tackles in a season? Oh my god. Do I expect anything to happen after tomorrow's Mutt strike of not buying packs? That's tomorrow. I hope something. I mean, I don't want to constantly be the negative guy here. I hope something does, but honestly, I don't think. What I think would happen is EA is going to try to, like, if anything does happen, all I see it being is EA coming up with, like, a special promo that will get everyone to come back. They'll release, like, a brand new legend or something like that. But I hope something happens. As a Texans fan, it's been depressing as hell. It's been a tough year, man. Injuries, ravaged with injuries, but, you know. You saw what could be the showcase of your future, Deshaun Watson, so it's not all bad. It's not like you're the Browns and you have no future prospects. Our offensive line is playing terrible right now. For hate speech. What's that mean? Oh, let's go, Whetstone. Oh, we got him involved for a touchdown. What's up, everybody tuning in? This is a body bag. We might go like 14-1-1 with how well Phillip Rivers is playing for the most part. O-line sucks. I hate EDP. I hate him more than any YouTuber I've ever come in contact with. Oh, let's go, Melvin. Let's go, Melvin. So close. Why do I pick Josh Rosen or Baker Mayfield? Because Josh Rosen is... I personally feel like Baker Mayfield's going to be like one of those QBs that comes in at like... He's going to be like 5'11" and 3/4 or something like that. So he's going to be sub 6 feet tall. And he does have some off-field issues as Merrill drops the touchdown. Come on, Merrill. You know what we're going to give him? We're going to give the big guy the ball here. We got this big-ass fullback. Let him do the damn thing. What's up, Nick? Let's go in, Hudson Merrill. Come on. Oh, come on, big boy! Touchdown for the big boy! Thickness! Why do I hate EDP? I thought you hated Bengal the most. I don't hate Bengal. Never. That was all fabricated. But I hate EDP just because he gives the Eagles fans a bad name. Have you heard of Ranting Philly Fan? I've never had. I don't know, honestly, a lot of people. I pretty much, in the Eagles community, I watch... oh, come on. Someone get open. Someone break off their run here. Oh! God, I'm too short. I watch E-Rock. That's pretty much it. I watch E-Rock. The fuck? My computer wants to shut down to update something. I find this inappropriate. We'll say 6 a.m. 6:58 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you. Merrill is ready to eat. Buckley with the rare 2 players on the expansion team. Yeah, this. Going for it on 4th down already. This is a body bag. Do you like urinating trade? Don't know who that is. Do you know who franchise guy is? I've heard of him. I've seen a couple of, like, his videos are really, really long, and I don't have the time. Like, he plays like full, like, hour-long things. But I think Param Crow likes him, and if Param Crow likes you, I like you. That's how it works. Do you like RBT? I never really interacted with the guy, so I don't really have an opinion on him. But his content's not bad. Not the Expert's the dude. That dude. Do I watch Not the Expert? We're working on a collab. I've messed it up. I brutally messed it up, but there's a collab coming out sooner than later, and I think you guys are really going to like it. Spoiler alert. Plus, Not the Expert's in my stream. Not the Expert and Param Crow both are in my stream a lot. How high should a team draft Saquon? Well, in my mock draft, I have him going 1. Which I didn't personally like that pick. Is still, I find it hard to justify a running back going 1. I just kind of want it to be a little bit different in what made the most sense for me for the Cleveland Browns. But I think Barkley's top 5. He'll go Fournette, Zeke range. What's my Twitter? At beastmode_TV. Got about 1,600 followers. It's pretty dope. All right, we get another body bag. We're getting ready to take on the 6-6 Baltimore Ravens. This will be another Super Sim. Oh, my God, we're bodying them. Well, maybe we'll make that 49ers game the all-A game. Every play, offense and defense, has to be the A button. But let's just actually, we'll get a quick scouting report here of the Baltimore Ravens. Ooh, okay, I don't really know who the quarterback is, but is that quarterback controversy? I want to assume Flacco got hurt. Running the ball, a lot of touchdowns between Kenneth Dixon and Terrence West. Two-headed attack. Macklin has 800 yards in a TD. Mike Gesicki, the tight end from Penn State, 655 and 7. Okay. And on the defense, C.J. Mosley, always a monster. We got Michael Pierce here, 7 sacks, getting after the QB, 4 picks. Jimmy Smith. But they are a 6-6 team nonetheless, and I firmly believe that the Snowhawks are going to be able to persevere. Embody them. Let's get this one going. Color Rush unis. I actually wonder if we have any special color rush. I don't think we do. He seems like a genuine guy. I don't know who you're talking about, but I assume they're pretty dope. Sweet. Thanks for the follow, bro. Who's the best college QB right now? Josh Rosen. Do I think Darnold will declare? Yes, I do. If you watch any Pat McAfee stand-up or interviews, I've heard about him. I've seen an interview or two. I remember his retirement conference was pretty funny. But I just see like a lot of his Twitter videos where he's like commentating over punts and stuff. And it's pretty hilarious. He's always been a funny dude. Trains just take too much time. Who should the Bears draft and why? Calvin Ridley, wide receiver. They need wide receiver. For sure. Worst NFL player I've ever watched. The worst player I've seen wearing Eagles jersey, like Bradley Fletcher or King Dunlap. Ever watched? I don't know. That's a tough one. I've watched a lot of football. All right, let's go. Against the Ravens. Let's make this another quick one here. Another quick one. We put your dog as a running back. We had Air Bud once, so I can't see why not. Oh, Elon Mack, tremendous route there. I can't remember what video we were doing at all. It was movies. We did a movie video. And there's a guy who used to stop in here that wanted me to be Air Bud every time. And I finally put Air Bud in. And it was pretty funny. So, I mean, there is no limitations to what I will and won't do in a video. I think the Chiefs will make the playoffs. I think they've imploded. Their defense is... Oh, what a pass! And he comes down with the catch. I feel like when you're reaching out to Darrelle Revis, you're kind of throwing up the red flag like, oh, yeah, we're messed up. We need help immediately. And we're kind of throwing whatever and see what sticks to the wall. Just take the quick check down here to Hunter Henry. Need to move the ball. 10-2 skies falling in Philly. I know it's not football related, but have you played Rainbow Six Siege? I played it when it was on a free trial. I didn't mind it. Just none of my friends, none of like the guys I usually play like my first-person shooters with get it. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, you make that. You high point that ball and you bring it down. Come on. Kerry Williams is bad, but I feel like, you know, credit to Kerry Williams and Bradley Fletcher were two of the worst corners in Philly history. The DC, Billy Davis, was absolutely horrendous. So I actually think he's on the Ohio State coaching staff now. I think he's like the linebacker coach. But he would just constantly like, oh, great route, Hunter Henry. He constantly tried to play them like they're a number one corner. That he'd leave like Bradley Fletcher out on an island against Odell and Dez. Like, oh, no, he'll cover him. It's like, no, he's a terrible corner. Give him some safety help. So the play calling didn't help. But when you just looked at the end result on-field product, it was pretty harsh. All right, who wants this damn ball? Oh, Elon Mack beat his man. And we find him in the backside of the end zone. Let's go. Namdi Aswell was also pretty bad. Yeah, you pretty much just talk about the Philadelphia Eagles there, you know? Oh, my God. Tim, the exact same. I bought that Ghost Recon Wildlands. I actually didn't hate that game. No one else bought it. I was just like, oh, great, awesome. Yeah, everyone said they were. Evolve was another one. It was like a monster hunting game. So ever since then, I've just been like, you know, kind of, I wait and see now. Like, I'm thinking with PUBG, everyone's going to get PUBG. I'm going to play some of that. It's not a full price game, so hopefully everyone gets in, all the buddies. But yeah, Ghost Recon, that was another one, 100%. That's pretty hilarious that the exact same thing happened. Oh, nice catch there, Butterfingers. You just got back into COD. The STG is nasty as hell. I am a filthy running gunner. I actually have been having a lot of fun with the MGs. I just prestiged Armor Division, so I got the final machine gun that's locked behind that, and I've been I think it's just the MG something. Really having fun with that. SCG is good. It was really grindy, Wildlands. I'll say that for sure. Felt like if you beat one mission, you beat all the missions. All right there, Lindquist. Better believe Lindquist's not going to drop the ball. Kenneth, what's your question? I missed it. I love our friggin' color rush unis. They look like so much different. Yeah, one of these times I'm thinking about doing that. I really do actually want my buddies get on for a zombies run to stream that on Twitch just to see what happens. Lindquist just easily gets a touchdown. I feel like maybe my internet might better handle playing zombies with like a custom game of zombies than it would be trying to process like an online thing. I'm gonna try it out next time they're all on. Stay tuned on Twitter. How's the Armor Division? Man, just play War. That's like my I've always been a kill confirmed player, and I still do play it a lot. But in terms of like leveling shit up, that's a terrible throw. Just play War. It's pretty easy. It's slow because everyone said they nerfed the XP rates here in World War II, but War's where it's at. No KD, just destroy it. How much do you think Jason Peters has left in the tank? I feel like he'll come back for one more season, but I'm not overly optimistic. Plus his salary on the books. I don't know. C4, who's making the Super Bowl and who's winning? I think that the Eagles still are my pick, and Steelers. There's Phillip Rivers. It's just carving these guys up. On their bowl video, Derwin James isn't playing. What an asshole, right? I don't know. That's definitely we had some. Had him wide open. Make that catch, damn it. I personally side with that because you saw what happened with Jake Butt a couple years ago, or last year at Michigan. He was going to be probably a second-round pick, one of the top tight ends off the board, probably right after O.J. Howard. I think he tore ACL or something like that. Now he's like a practice squad guy. So I personally feel like if you're not in like the college football playoff, you should be able to do whatever you want, especially because you're not getting paid. Like it's like one of those things. I don't think it should affect their characters any. What Overwatch? Man, I'm waiting for the next event, man. With all these new games coming up, I still really like Overwatch. Haven't played the new characters, but now I'm pretty much like I'll get back into it every event. So I know the Winter Games or whatever must be coming soon. So I'll pop back in then. Play it for a little bit. I'll be right there. Boom! McCleskey with the touchdown. Drew Lock had the most touchdowns and having a great wide receiver core, but also the offense was, obviously impressive. Anytime you put up 40 touchdowns in the SEC, it is impressive, but his offense was kind of built around him throwing the ball a lot. As we are just going off on this Ravens team right now. Oh my God, Tyrell Williams. He's a grown man. He's a grown man who gets pushed into the end zone by Tony Jefferson. This is bad. Timmy Chang, where's he from? Hawaii? One of those air raid schools, perennial air raid schools. This game is getting very ugly right now. The Snowhawks are just... Someone call 911. Yeah, Colt Brennan was there when Tebow... Oh, come on, we had X wide open. Yeah, I remember Colt Brennan was like always like the... When Tebow was in the Heisman talks, Colt Brennan was the other guy. Let's slip a little slushy here. Ooh. Oh, man, Rivers, throw it away. Yeah, the fighting and stuff that went on with Juju. I think the Juju thing's more because of the taunt. I think if he didn't taunt an injured player, he would be fine. He probably just wouldn't have fine. You think the Vikings hold on to 2 seed? I think they do. I've heard things they don't have that hard of a schedule. Oh, right there. Fit that in. Lindquist gets in for the touchdown. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Better not be a Lindquist injury timeout. Went to community college by your house? Well, that's actually a pretty interesting tidbit. All right, we're gonna put in Dempsey here, the backup QB. Let him get a couple snaps here because I think Phil Rivers is on like 4 or 5 touchdowns. Not including Madden. What's the worst game I ever played? Well, not all that Madden sucked, but this has been a bad one. The worst game I ever played. I mean, there's been some really bad PlayStation games, like old school games. I'm trying to think, like most current gen. Oh, man, honestly, I don't even want to like. It was yeah. I hate Fortnite. Like the most frustrating I think I've got is with Fortnite, just because the game's so long, and when you finally find someone, it's literally look like you're like randomly just shooting at people. Like I'd have times where I had a guy dead to rights in Fortnite. Like I literally snuck up behind him, and I'd shoot him 3 times. And miss every single one. He'd like one bang me. Oh no, the fumble. But the game's it's a free to play game, so I don't feel like it kind of meets the criteria of like a terrible game. Plus, it might have got fixed. The potential was there. So the worst game, I'm just gonna leave it to Xbox One because like there's definitely some like N64 game that I played that was absolutely ass. Oh, Dempsey, you don't want none. COD Ghost, I hated COD. Oh, any of those futuristic CODs were terrible. I mean, Black Ops 3 wasn't bad, but Advanced Warfare was horrible. I didn't even buy Infinite Warfare. I bought WWE 2K15, I think, and the servers I never could connect to the servers whatsoever. So that was terrible. Look at this, 45-3 for the Snowhawks, baby. Let's get a final look here at the stats. Phillip Rivers, 5 TDs, 2 picks. Dempsey came in, did a very serviceable job, got a rushing touchdown. 113 for Melvin. Lindquist, 7 catches, 111 yards, 2 TDs. Matt got a touchdown as well. On the defensive front, Hoey had 7 tackles. We got 2 sacks from Joey Bosa, 3 tackles for loss for Jay Ashby, and an interception from Matthew Saman. So we're rolling, baby. Absolutely rolling. C4, can you tell me who you think's making the Super Bowl? Who's winning? Eagles! Absolutely Eagles. Best Madden ever, in my opinion. Madden... Maybe Madden 08? Honestly, Madden is such a rinse and repeat game. There's like an era where like 3 games... It's like I really feel that Madden follows a pattern. Like the same game things. Every 5 years will make a drastic change. So... The late 2000s Maddens were good. All right, thanks for stopping in, Pierce. Appreciate it, bro. All right, 3-10 Niners. This is gonna be an all-A game. Every button is gonna be A. I know that's a common challenge that people do. We're gonna see if that really has any effect. I don't think it is with how well Phillip Rivers is playing right now. But a quick scouting report here of the San Francisco 49ers. Bethard. CJ Beathard is their quarterback. 19 TDs, 14 picks. Hyde's having a decent year. 1,000 yards, 12 TDs. Bruce Ellington has 7 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too worried. What do they got on defense here? Well, they still have Bowman because we didn't update the roster. Well, he was still on the roster before we started the save. Sam Ocho is leading the team in sacks, which is not really a good sign. 4 picks for Jaquiski Tart. Interesting. Nonetheless, so let's get a little wacky here as we take on the 49ers. It's going to be an all-A. Every play we have to call is the A button. That should be fine, though. Madden 07 on the GameCube. I never owned a GameCube, but I feel like I feel like any game from Madden 2000, go from 2006 to like 2010. Like between that period, like that was the pinnacle of Madden. I remember every one of those Madden games I had a lot of fun with. And then after 2010, that's when they started to get a little restrictive. That's where you weren't allowed to edit your draft classes. Or you weren't allowed to import your draft classes from NCAA into Madden. They just started to be assholes about that. Best EA football game, I'd probably say is NCAA. With Tebow in the front. I think it was 12 maybe. NCAA 10, 11, 12, one of those. I remember I bought it on Amazon and the disc didn't break, or the disc didn't work right away, which is pretty annoying. I'm doing pretty great, Joseph. How are you, bruh? Thoughts on Clayton Thorson and Mike White? I think they'll probably be mid-round picks, backups. I've seen a little bit more Mike White than Thorson. Northwestern is one of those like perennial, just really boring teams to watch. Even though they had Justin Jackson, some good players. NCAA 12. Then NCAA 08. Oh no, I can't remember. Actually, whatever one, I remember the one that had Tebow on it, and there's one that had Michael Crabtree on it. Those were probably my two favorite NCAA games. But 14 still is fire. NCAA 14 still playable to this day. It was 11, yes. Where's cover start? Well, Peyton Hillis was one of my favorite players of all time. Oh, come on. Oh, Lorenzo Williams Jr. with the easy pick. What was Beathard doing on that pass? And he can return it all the way down there. Thoughts on Cam Akers? Solid. Don't know if he's the best freshman running back. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor's a beast. Najee Harris is good. But he's solid. All right, cool. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, but I hope you come back. Tune back in. Who do you want the Eagles to draft in the first round? Either a tackle, linebacker, wide receiver. One of those three. I feel like there might be a better linebacker than a tackle at 32. Because that's where the Eagles are picking, clearly. Oh, come on, get your feet in. Elon. What round will Drew Lock? Drew Lock probably go 4. Maybe 3, depending on how well, if he goes to the Senior Bowl. I don't know if he's accepted an invite. Is he even a senior? I think he is a senior. DeAndre Swift. There's no way. DeAndre Swift looked fat. Man, his run that he had looked pretty terrifying. But there's no way Jonathan Taylor's not the best. You know what? He had 1,800 yards as a freshman running back. He's a monster. He was pretty much the reason why Wisconsin on offense was able to do anything. We get a nice little touchdown there. As we continue only to hit the A plays. Thoughts on Josh Allen? Kind of looks like, I watched like a, I think it was like 18-minute YouTube video on him. Kind of similarities to Carson Wentz when he's coming out of North Dakota State. But I don't think he's on Carson Wentz's level, obviously. Taylor is a true freshman. True. Anthony Miller from Memphis looks real legit. I think he's going to be this year's Zay Jones. A guy that, like, not a big school, big production, gets drafted fairly high, and there's going to be decent expectations of him as a rookie. Okay, you leave it on for... I used to do that too, man, sometimes. I remember I leave the game on when I was playing the mini games. Like the little mini games you could set up in your crib. Man, that game was perfect. I was talking about it in, I don't know if it was a stream, my last stream that I did. Oh, no, I was doing a podcast with some other YouTubers, and they didn't really play 2K5, and I just told them about it. Remember like when like Carmen Electra and Funkmaster Flex would call you? That was hilarious. You were salty when we lost to the Eagles, or the Seahawks. I wasn't really so much salty because I understood that, we left all these points out there. It was uncharacteristic, and it was a slap in the face, man, where we woke us up. Too much dancing, not enough hard work. Trying to do the electric slide when you could do literally anything else. Team got overconfident, and Seattle smacked them in the mouth. We're going to see how well they respond here this week against the Rams. Oh, that's a great pass. Great pass. Rookie of the Year. Offensive goes to Alvin Kamara. Defensive goes to... I had it as Marshawn Lattimore, but I know Carl Lawson's playing really, really well. Derek Barnett and the Eagles playing really, real well. I think It's close. There's a bunch of. I would say just for right now, I'd go Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lattimore. But if Lattimore keeps missing time, he may have to give the award to someone else. Steve-O's dream team, yeah. They're like the cheesesteaks or something like that. I remember you could unlock Chris Berman and someone else as like a playable character. Like, those are the little things that made that game so iconic. Alright, well I guess does it if I change the run, does it mean I'm not playing the A button only? Am I breaking the rules? Hooker didn't get hurt, he'd be in the run. Yeah, probably. He would have a bunch of tackles on that Colts defense, bunch of turnovers. What are the likelihood that all these A plays are going to be runs? Probably pretty high. What else was good in 2K4? Well, the gameplay was pretty solid. It doesn't really hold up, to be completely honest with you. Like, I was playing it the other day. And it's not that it doesn't hold up. It's just that today's Madden is so much different. Like, it feels so much slower. Let's go Whetstone. Oh, look at the speed. He's gone. Oh, Timmy Whetstone. There you go. What do you think of Tariq Cohen? Beast. I don't know how you stop this team. How do you stop the Snowhawks? Jamal Lewis on the Ravens, yes. Oh, man, the Eagles were really good in that game. Obviously, that was because cover. Just being McNabb and T.O. and just raping guys. And you have occasional big play from Brian Westbrook or Coral Buckhalter. Defense was good, too. Javon Curse screaming up the edge. Brian Dawkins, Weapon X. Hated going up against the Patriots because Richard Seymour was unblockable. But the best player in 2K5, he's bannable. We made house rules at me and my buddies love that game. We still occasionally when we get together and have a couple drinks, we will fucking play 2K5. You cannot pick the Panthers defense. The Kansas City Chiefs offense or the Panthers defense are the two teams you couldn't pick in the fantasy draft because the Chiefs offensive line was just incredibly overpowered. They had like Will Shields, Willie Rofe, like a bunch of 99s. And you couldn't be the Panthers defense because Julius Peppers was unblockable in that game. Like, I remember, like, me and my buddies were pretty good at that game. Whoever was the Panthers will get, like, 6 sacks with Julius Peppers every game. And if we're, like, any other team, we might get, like, 1 or 2 sacks for, like, whatever the premier D lineman is. Did you use Mike Vick? I never used Mike Vick. But my buddy would occasionally pick him. And his accuracy sucked. But, yeah, if you scramble around with him, it's real cheesy. Tariq Cohen is nice. Real nice. Hope they use him more. Can't remember how else Carolina had in that game. On defense, anyway. I do not play NBA. Not that I don't like it. It's not like baseball where I just hate the sport. I've said this countless times. I'm just not good at basketball games at all. I would if I could, but I'm bad. Like I can't even like beat the tutorials. Nick Caruso, his tight end is in there. Why is he not starting? I made him the starter. Is he hurt? Could be hurt. You're fine. I'm gonna check that out for you. Yeah, look, he's a starter. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why George Kittle's on the field. I might have rocked him up a little bit. He might have a stinger. Oh, come on, Sharif. And he throws across the buddy to Floyd. God damn it. Lamar for Heisman. Alright, so the all A button is working out as we're up to a 14-0 lead. But they are looking pretty intimidating to score here. Man, I don't know if there's another player in the NFL that's getting more disrespected than Carlos Hyde. He's like the best player on the Niners by a mile. And every mock draft has him going like, oh yeah, they're not going to re-sign him. And oh, Caruso with the... Oh! You know what's actually got a touchdown. Jesus. Alright, let's keep that boy out of there. I think so there, 86. Oh, there goes Carlos Hyde touchdown. God damn it. But, like, when you think about it, Carlos Hyde is probably going to get, like, and all said and done, like 1,400 yards from scrimmage. But everyone's like, oh, yeah, they're going to move on. They're not going to resign. Like, he's 26. He's in the prime of his career. And you're the 49ers. Like, you do not have the luxury just to, like, you know, we'll get someone else. No. You know? Figure that out. Oh, my God. Is all the A plays just runs in this game? Jesus. Give me a couple passes here. Trying to get Phillip Rivers that MVP award. Bortles went 3rd overall. Oh, yeah. Did he ever? I remember Blake Bortles went 3rd overall. And I had a video that I made maybe like 2 weeks before the draft. And I was rating college girlfriends. And number 1 was Blake Bortles' girlfriend. I swear to God, that video got like 30,000 views overnight. Because everyone, after they got drafted, and they saw what his girlfriend looked like. Good times. I would definitely like to thank Blake Bortles for a quick $30. All right, Y Sale, looking good. Cam Akers is... Mason, go Google right now. Go Google Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin. And tell me what his stats are as a freshman. Please. I should play. I didn't even buy the new FIFA yet. But, man, this is the way of the YouTubes. I've committed myself to a Madden channel. Anytime I put anything else up, the small majority will watch it, but the grand majority is going to say, this isn't Madden. Get it off your channel. All right, looks like all the A plays are similar. That's great. Oh, double covered. Hunter Henry still gets wide open. He's got balls. Bortles is an alcoholic. Well, I mean, when you have a wife like that, you're already winning in life. You know, you're a starting quarterback. You get paid a couple $1 million. It's probably muggy. You know, muggy as hell down there. Come on, Melvin. With them chains stuck. There is no better freshman running back than Jonathan Taylor. It's not even close. Jonathan Taylor Like, he probably finished on, like, top 10 voting for Heisman. He's a true freshman running back. Almost broke all freshman running back records. It's Jonathan Taylor. August Ames is dead? No. No. I know someone that went to school with her. She went to a school nearby where I live. What? What happened? As we do know, there is some adult female star film industry convos that go on in my streams, and her name's come up quite a few times. Now, I'm pretty sure she got ass implants, which is an absolute killer. But, that's why you gotta do it. Jeez. Devin Singletary had 29 touchdowns this year. He's a monster. Elon Mack gets another TD. But, jeez, yeah, Parent Crow, pour one out for August 8th. Mother of God. I just quickly Googled it, and it looks like she's suicide because they found out she was working with gay guys or something. She was on set and tweeted she didn't want to do a scene with a guy who did gay porn, and then she what? Did the guy kill her? This stream has taken a rabbit hole of a turn. But we need to find out answers. Justice. She got murdered by social justice warriors. We need to cause a kerfuffle here. Okay? I don't say hey after everything. Those are like the Canadian hillbillies. They're the only people that talk like that. Jerry Rice on the Raiders in 2K5. I remember that. I'm gonna have to make after this game. I'm gonna have to make a memorial tweet from the stream because August Ames' names come up quite a few times. It only feels right. Get the sack. Who's that? Hoey? Joey Bosa. Her friends suspected it was suicide. Canadian hillbillies. Yes. If you've ever learned anything about Canadian provinces, whoever lives in Alberta and Saskatchewan are hippies. That's more so Alberta. Alberta is like the Alabama of Canada. Oh, let's go. Are there any true Canadian stereotypes? Not being nice. Honestly, when I went to Philly, 10 times, well, maybe not 10 times, but the people when I was in Philly, I was in Center City, Philly, so I wasn't really in the bad parts. But Philadelphia was nicer than the people that live here in Canada, so I think that's an overblown statement. I don't know if there's any really true stereotypes. Like the hillbillies, a Canadian hillbilly is pretty much every stereotype that you hear. Like, they go about A, and they're thinking all they do is drink beer and watch hockey. But, man, August Ames. Pour one out. I don't have any beer on me. I might need to save up beer for something that's coming during the 12 rebuilds of Christmas, but pour one out. Ooh, bad throw. Any safety help? Ooh, that safety's going to jump. We can go to Tyrell Williams. Jump ball. Jump ball. Oh, of course he wouldn't get it. Like the Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, exactly. The Trailer Park Boys the Trailer Park Boys is generally where I live, and there are a lot of stereotypes. Actually, that is kind of true. There are a lot of stereotypes of the Trailer Park Boys that are the people around me. If you have never heard me, when I talk in my streams, we pretty much swear every 5 seconds. Man, kind of like the Trailer Park Boys. What's your favorite CFL team? I don't have one. I literally don't watch CFL. Until the CFL makes more of a push to try to be in conjunction with the NFL and not trying every possible way to be different for the sake of being different, I'm not really going to go my way to support it. Bottle kids. Yeah, I don't think there's any bottle kids. I actually know a couple guys that that were on there as bottle kids when we were younger, like way back, like in the early 2000s. Steve, what do you think? Any coach with McAdoo should get fired? I think that Pagano should get fired in Indianapolis. I think Marvin Lewis, it's been far too long. He needs to get fired in Cincinnati. And maybe Dirk Cutter in Tampa Bay for how bad they've underperformed this year. What's my next live stream? No idea. I am trying to do a Twitch stream of me playing like Call of Duty or something. But it needs to line up with the schedule of my buddies. We actually beat the game. I've never been a big zombies guy just because I haven't been a huge fan of the World War II multiplayer. I've been playing a lot of zombies. We actually beat like the first main story, like where you get the final monster zombie and stuff. It was real dope. Hugh Jackson. Yeah, Hugh Jackson could be also there. Oh, let's go Lindquist. Boop. All right, so no matter what restrictions you put, as if you're turning in, this game here is we have to call every play that's the A button. We are absolutely stomping the Niners, but they are the Niners at the end of the day. Most hated team outside of the NFC East? Patriots. All right, I'm going to make my rest in peace tweet right now. Needs to happen. We need to pay respects. Everybody, go on to Twitter and pay respects. All right. There we go. The tweet has been sent, everyone. Please be respectful, as always. Did you get the both? Who did you cheer for in the heyday of Peyton Brady? I had none. Cheered for a plane crash. Like, I despised when they would play in primetime because that's all the pregame stuff would be about. Simulate to the playoffs. I am. We're doing, well, no, we're not going through the playoffs. We're going to the playoffs. It looks like we'll get a first round bye. That will be the next stream, which will most likely be next Tuesday. Next Wednesday. Whatever day today is. Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know yet. I don't know what day the 12 days are. What is the 14th? Let's see. Well, let me look at my clock, but ideally, year one of the Snowhawks will be done next week. But I'm a Man City fan. Absolutely not. Arsenal, till I die. Been an Arsenal fan for quite some time. It's very, very hard and depressing to be one, but I am one. Thursday. Yeah, so then Wednesday. Wednesday will be the finale of the... So we'll do the postseason, and we will do up to the draft, because I'm going to have to let all the Patreons get in their draft prospects that they want to see. All right, see ya, Zafina Umana. Yeah, I pronounced that right. Who knows? You guys as good as mine, everybody. Do you see the Browns having two top 5? I think they'll have two top 10 picks. Not two top 5. I think they'll pick at number 1, and then they'll probably pick at like 8, between 8 and 10. Who's their second round pick? The Texans? Something like that. Frank Reich leaving to the Giants. They can have him. He's pretty much a yes man for the most part. I understand he probably had some help with Carson Wentz's development, but Gavin gotta make that pick, bro. As long as we don't lose Joe Douglas, I think we should promote Joe Douglas to the GM position so he won't get vultured away. He's very, very valuable because Howie Roseman has struggled in the past with evaluating talent. So it's good to see that. Oh, there we go. Howie with the nice tackle on third down, forcing the punt. So before, what would you do if the Bucs played the Eagles and Deshaun Jackson got a game-winning punt return? Well, I'd be upset. Very upset. If David Shaw goes to New York, would you go to Indy? Honestly, that's like one topic I haven't really looked into yet. Like, what are like the prime head coaching topic? Like, David Shaw has been like one of my generic answers, just because it's been quite literally the last like 4 years. It feels like that he's been like the next Chip Kelly, the next Pac-12 coach that's gonna go right to the NFL. In terms of coaches, man, honestly I don't see a whole lot. Like everyone's like, honestly, I have no idea. Like John Gruden, do you want John Gruden? Like obviously you got McDaniels. It's a popular name. I don't think there's gonna be too many teams that give Jim Schwartz an opportunity because of what happened with the Detroit Lions. I don't know. All right, because A's pretty much runs, we're gonna turn on the old shoe clock here. Oh, let's go Whetstone. Oh, he dipsy doodled him. You can't live off the greatest Tony. Maybe you could. Is there anyone that... Probably not. That Tony Dungy drafted. I just know he's a popular name. Honestly, man, I have no... Like, that's what I'm trying to even think about. Like, what... Like, you have to assume there's no head coach. Like, no one's going to hire Jeff Fisher. There's not a lot of head coaches on the open market right now. So then you have to look at coordinators. And, like, what coordinators really... It's like, maybe the Vikings DC, but again, it's like, he comes in one of those scenarios. It's like, that's Mike Zimmer's defense. So, like, Vikings DC comes to mind. The Chris dude, the Seattle Seahawks defensive coordinator. I mean, even you look at Philly, like I said, Jim Schwartz, I don't think teams are really going to want to gamble on that again because we saw what happened with him in Detroit. Lovie Smith. Bring back Lovie Smith. We're just pounding the rock here. Austin Eckler getting some snaps because we have to keep hitting the A button. Tremendous. How about a pass here? Every now and again. Oh, Pat Shermer. No, Pat Shermer's the OC. He was in Philadelphia, the DC. I mean, Pat Shermer, maybe he might be able to get a head coaching job. I wouldn't foresee it because he wasn't that great here in Philly. What team do you think Kaiser White's going to? I have no idea, but whoever drafts him is getting a stud. Big fan of Kaiser White. Might be my favorite safety in this year's class. I wouldn't take him over, like, obviously, the freaks like Derwin James and Micah Fitzpatrick, but for, like, the next run, like, where Ronnie Harrison's still a first-rounder, I like Kaiser White. I think that guy's an absolute monster. He's a monster. What's up, Harrison? How's it going, man? Oh, come on, Whetstone. Get in there, bud. Pagano's not gone from Indy, but I think he should absolutely be fired. Terrible coach. Like, that one play, that one special teams trick play, should have got him fired immediately if I was the owner. But then again, Colts owner's probably, like, high on cocaine, so he couldn't make that decision at that time. Thoughts on Geis? Like him. Probably, you know, he'll probably go in, like, the Dalvin Cook range, I would assume. Early first round, maybe. Early second round, maybe late first round, depending on how well he tests the combine. All right, Melvin, let's go for the big jump, bro. Oh, it's not going to work. God damn it. All right, let's go Buckley. Make this kick. Who's a bigger Eagle fan, me or EDP? Me, because EDP's not an Eagles fan. That guy's a troll. He's a clown. Hugh Jackson, that is right, though. Demon is correct. Hugh Jackson. I mean, I even wanted Hugh Jackson in Philly over Doug. Doug Peterson wasn't a very lavish hire by any means. And I thought Hugh Jackson would be better. But, I mean, I guess Hugh Jackson is a product of his environment. I think he has not maximized the most of his opportunities. I think you still should be able to win games with what you have if you're as touted as he was. But the other side of things, you know, it's the Browns. There's only so much you can do. Why don't I like I just don't like EDP because he's like the standard of the Philadelphia Eagles social media fan base when in reality he's a terrible representation of it. Like, I wouldn't mind EDP if he had like my subs, you know, like 30, 40,000, somewhere around that range. Decent following, niche following, but he's too popular and he shouldn't be. I bet I watch MILFs. What does that even mean? Every now and again, bro. I guess my girlfriend's a MILF, so I like. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to stick things in there, you know. Looked up, Jonathan Taylor. There you go, man. He's a beast. I think he was only like a 3-star recruit as well. I firmly don't believe that EDP is a character. Firmly don't believe that. Almost dropped the yeah. Gotta be careful. She's sleeping, but you never know. She might be bored and watch the replay of this. O.J. Howard for Rookie of the Year. Absolutely. O.J. Howard, fringe. What's he at right now? 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns. O.J. Howard's playing very much like a Rookie of the Year. Oh, my God. What's the speed Beathard has? Bring him down. Oh, forced fumble on Hoey. And Bosa recovers it. Let's go, defense. Careful, Zach. When you talk about QBR, you sound like Skip Bayless. How do I turn that off? I need to figure out how to turn off that automatic game clip recording thing. So fake fans buy. I didn't say he's a fake fan. I said I don't know. Are we talking about EDP still? I'm not saying he's a fake fan. He's just a bad fan. He's a terrible representation of what I do, kind of. Where I do a lot of Eagles content, and they're like, "Oh, but yeah, do you know EDP?" It's like, no, we're not the same. Literally 95. If you bleeped out, like it's like one of those things. If you took away the crowd laughter from Big Bang Theory, no one would know what's going on because it wouldn't make any sense. If you went to an EDP video and you blocked "fuck" and the N-bomb, no one would know what's going on. It's garbage content. And he overreacts. He's basically an overreaction channel. And it's like little substance. Little to no substance. I was very excited to hear when he shut down. Because, like, hey, maybe his fans would come to watch me. But at the end of the day, I'm like, man, there's not a whole lot of Eagle fans on his channel. It's mostly fans from other... Oh, look at that punt! Fans of other teams that want to make him look like an idiot. Corey Clement's such a steal. But he looks good, man. I've been calling him mini Arian Foster since preseason. Oh, let's go. Oh, come on. You seriously can't make... He does... What? Name one good video he's ever made about the Eagles. It's just overreaction. Those are the same people that find, like... I can't define what is necessarily good content, but I can't ever think of a point he's ever made that makes sense. It's just a lot of yelling. And, like the people that like EDP that like him, that generally enjoy him. Like those are like the reason why that like what's that guy? The Jake Paul. Like that demographic. It's like, oh yeah, it's just I don't know. Kids. I feel like not a lot of adults would enjoy EDP's content. I'm an adult. I don't get it. And the fact that he's the most famous internet fan is annoying. I'm not jealous because I understand that his kind of content is highly clickbaitable, and kids are a massive demographic on YouTube. But that doesn't mean I can't say that there's zero substance to what he offers as an Eagle fan during his Eagle videos. And go watch E-Rock. If you want to support a real Eagle fan, and I don't want to just self-promote, E-Rock is the best Eagle fan. What do you think about Alex Collins? Looking good this year. Sleeper. Wasn't he like cut? Someone picked him up? Oh my god, we should have like 9 sacks right now. Never try to do it Akron. You mean the Zips? How can you have Bell and Brown MVP candidates? Where's Drew Brees? What has Drew Brees done this year to make him an MVP candidate? Like, what are his numbers? He has a good record, and he has, like, I don't think has he even broke 20 passing touchdowns this year? He's controlled the offense. He's the mastermind behind that offense, but they're running the ball. Give me the 2 running backs that look like they're going to get pretty close to 2,000 total yards on the year for the short list. But in reality, Antonio Brown, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, it's a 3-horse race between Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson. Let's go Whetstone. Ooh, he gets popped. Hopefully Marlon Mack turns out to be better than Collins. I think he's going to be solid. Interested to see, though, if they're going to gamble on another running back in the draft. Myles Gaskin or Michelle. I like Michelle a little bit more. But I could see Gaskin kind of be like a Kareem Hunt a little bit. Slept on, really productive. Goes to like, the 3rd, 4th round, something like that, and ends up being a starter. He's talented. God, we're just pounding the rock here. Why are all these A plays? Fucking, what do you call it? It's John Ross dead. I saw he got put on. Man, what a tough pick that was. Thought he was going to kind of like, step into the role that Marvin Jones and Mohamed Sanu left. And then I don't think I think they said he has no yards and he had lost a fumble like on a punt return. That sucks. Should Case Keenum be an MVP consideration? I'd say no. His numbers aren't that great. And it's pretty much the defense. But, I mean, maybe like comeback. Does he count as comeback player of the year? Something like that. Most improved, So anyone you see from a good prospect from UCF this year? Man, honestly, the dude with the nub. The dude with the nub got like 4 or 5. He looks like every single time I saw a UCF game, he had like 3 or 4 tackles for loss. I think he honestly might have a chance to make a roster. Might be undrafted, but he's the kind of dude that you bring in right away to put on special teams. I don't remember the names. I know Milton was the QB, but the number 1 wide receiver there, he looked pretty decent. Josh Gordon winning comeback player of the year. Well, you see that thing where Casey Hayward came out and said he's the toughest wide receiver he's faced all year? That's respect right there. Ooh. All right, we're going to play the moments here. Going up against the 8-6 Steelers. Man, we're dominating. 8-6 Steelers. Let's get it. Oh, my God. We're going to get 40 bomb with Phillip Rivers, maybe. Getting a quick scouting report. Josh Dobbs had to play. His Ben Roethlisberger obviously has been injured. Le'Veon Bell's having a insane season. 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns. Antonio Brown having another insane year. 1,300 yards, 9 TDs. TJ Watt with 10 sacks. Okay. Derwin James. That doesn't look like Derwin James at all, but three picks for him. They got some playmakers here. This might be a tough one with how we've been playing. I'm not too worried. Look, this game glitched out. Like, sometimes it asks you if you want to play the moments. Other times it just takes you right to the screen. Come on, Madden. Come on, Madden. Josh McCown should be comeback player of the year for actually with those Jets. I actually like that. I haven't thought about that in reality. Like, I've just been, like, you know, pretty good to have Keenan Allen as the comeback player of the year. But Josh McCown, I think someone needs to be acknowledged for what's going on with the Jets. Like, I've had Todd Bowles in my coach of the year consideration. Just because everyone and their dog, I don't know how many times during like the mock draft or during like preseason, people are going to say, can the Jets go actually 0-16? Are they going to be the next 0-16? And the fact that they're still in the wild card race, not going to make it, but they're competitive. They just beat the Kansas City Chiefs that beat the Patriots and Eagles early on, even though they're in a down spiral. Someone needs to be rewarded on that team. And yeah, maybe it's McCown, maybe it's Todd Bowles, but what they're doing is ridiculous. That might be the worst roster on paper I've ever seen, and they're playing well, man. I'm glad to see Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles, you know, Temple tough. He was a DC in Philly for a little bit. I actually really liked him. I was surprised. I think he took over when we fired Sean McDermott. I could be wrong on the dates there, but I remember I think he came over from the Dolphins, and he was good, man. I liked him. All right, let's get into the play of the moments here real quick. Oops. Third down alert. Take over? Certainly. I'm going to start to air the ball here a little bit. Yeah, man, the other thing with Josh, remember he said he like made 10 grand a month selling drugs? Nicholas. C4, should I be scared I have a bye, but if one of the guys wins, I play Zeke. What is that? I don't know what that means. I don't understand that question. I assume that's fantasy football related, but I don't get it. You play against Zeke? Oh, I get what you're saying. I have 2 fantasy buys this week as well. I mean, whatever. When you look at Zeke Elliott, he's had, like, not a whole lot of great games. As you would expect, like, he played 8 games, and, like, he had, like, 4 massive ones. And those other ones were, like, 10-point returns, so I wouldn't be terrified, but definitely be worried. As we go to Lindquist, actually, we get sacked. Phenomenal. 3rd and 9. Go Y sail. Poles was interim coach when Andy Reid was fired. Okay, there you go. I missed that. He was our DC. I'm pretty sure he was our DC. Yeah, then that would have happened. I always like Todd Bowles. That's the point I was trying to make. I'm pretty sure he took over for Juan Castillo. That's what happened. He was our DB's coach, and then he took over for Juan Castillo. I always liked him. Well, someone said this, borderline Hall of Famers. Wentz is not a Hall of Famer yet. Brady's a Hall of Famer. Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer, not first ballot. Drew Brees is first ballot Hall of Famer. I didn't see the other ones because I'm trying to win this damn game. Cam Newton. I don't know. Okay, maybe I missed the question here. Too many questions going on. For MVP, Cam Newton's not an MVP. Drew Brees not an MVP. Wilson, Brady, and Wentz are. Like, have you ever watched, like, I don't know how, like, I've watched probably 5 state games. Drew Brees doesn't look MVP caliber. He looks like he's having a solid Drew Brees year, but that's not why they're winning. Remember, you guys ever see the story of Juan Castillo, how he got hired? Like, he, like, lived in the Lincoln Vet Stadium parking lot, and then Andy Reid, like, finally gave him a job. Oh, Juan Castillo. I think he's on the Ravens right now. He's like a D-line coach or something. O-line coach. Oh, Phil Rivers got popped. And we're lucky with injuries. We've only faced a couple bad. Like, Shrif Floyd got hurt like the first game of the season. But I know a lot of people complain about the injuries here in Madden. And we haven't faced a whole lot here with Portland. Borderline Hall of Famers. What's your takes? Philip Rivers, yep. Frank Gore, yep. Andre Johnson, yep. Steve, all those guys, yep. Agree with all of them. If I had to put one in of the bunch, it might have to be Frank Gore for his consistency. The fact that, like, excuse me, he's not done. Like, Frank Gore might still come back and play like 2 more seasons. And he'll probably finish, like, what is he right now? Borderline, like, top 5 for yards and other stuff. As I'm getting all my friggin' Xbox clips liked. Oh, you play me, if you snipe in Modern Warfare 2 and you get or World War 2 and you get me in a map, I'm going to shovel your ass. Fuck, love the shovel. One of the best Eagles coaches was that 85-year-old O-line coach, Stellland. Best Eagle coach of all time, no sir, is Jim Johnson. Rest in peace, Jim Johnson. I was a kid. Well, 2000, so I would have been 8, 9, 10, 11. I was like 11 or 12 when I started liking watching Eagles football games. And even then, when I just literally like, I like Donovan McNabb. I just like, man, that Jim Johnson guy's a monster. Howard Mudd, yes, that was it. No, give me some Jim Johnson. Rest in peace, Jim Johnson. Frank Gore needs 100 more yards for 5th place. So he'll probably get that. He'll get that this year. Oh my God, and that's touchdown 39, 38 for Philip Rivers. Baller. And we got the little news story a couple weeks ago that one of our players is considering retirement. So this might be the last hurrah for Philip Rivers. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's see if we can get Linquist deep here. We can throw it to Mac, Tyrell Williams, whomever. Are you surprised how good Alvin Kamara is? I really want to say that I am. I don't think anyone predicted he'd be as good as he is right now. But the fact that I drafted him in all of my fantasy leagues, I had confidence that he was going to be solid. Basically, I just looked. It was Adrian Peterson, Mark Ingram, and Alvin Kamara on the roster. Finally, Sean Payton got his like receiver running back, so I was like, he's going to utilize him. He's going to have a good return this year. And the gamble paid off. Oh, come on, Philly. Damn it. Rivers for MVP? No. You know what? When all is said and done, he might creep into the top 5. I don't think there's a way he can catch Brady, Wentz, or Wilson. But he might creep in the top 5. He keeps playing. He seems like every week he's putting up like 300-some passing yards and stuff. He's putting up those Drew Brees numbers. Back when the Saints couldn't run the ball. All right, come on. We're losing. We're actually losing here, which is not great. We all know how the Super Sim likes to go against you when you're going up against Le'Veon Bell or any elite running back for that matter. All right, we got Whetstone in the game at running back. Look at this little shifty. Look at this shifty little fighter there. Come on, Linquist. Let's go to one of our premier wide receivers. Fit that in. Oh, good pass breakup. 55. I think that's TJ Watt. He is a monster in this game. I remember we did the reboot with the Steelers. He was like a 95, 96 in that. Brady's still MVP. Brady is not MVP right now. Carson Wentz is. I feel like it's either whatever scenario you're looking at it. Oh, Whetstone with the TD. It should be Carson Wentz or Russell Wilson. I don't see any scenario where Brady's the #1 option. Even though I did my video today, it's a 3-way tie. It can go to either guy. I think the last 4 weeks are going to determine who is going to be the MVP. I think Wentz has better numbers than Tom Brady does right now, like in terms of touchdowns, and he's had way less passing attempts, so that nullifies the Brady has more passing yards. I still think, like, the worst thing, oh my God, Mike Mitchell. The worst thing is people that say Tom Brady doesn't have Julian Edelman. He's #1 receiver. His #1 receiver is Gronk. And Gronk has played pretty much all the games. You got Brandon Cooks, who's a wide receiver 1. You got Chris Hogan, who's a serviceable too. Like, the weapons Brady has is fine. With less, what is less by having the most, like, the best tight end in football by a mile? You have, like, a guy that straight up has the most, like, Gronk is a touchdown machine. I could not disagree more with Tom Brady's doing more with less. He has debatably 2 of the top 10 receiving backs on his team, so that helps him out. You have Brandon Cooks, like I said, wide receiver 1. He's had injuries, but every team, I don't know. I just feel like the more is less with Brady makes no sense to me. You have Gronkowski. If I, like right now, if I wasn't giving it to Wentz, I'd give it to Wilson. Look at this. Josh Dobbs got 4 TDs on our ass. What the fuck? Okay. All right, we take this. Greg Olson's in, no tight ends in Gronk's league. It's Gronkowski at 1, and then you got Kelsey and Olsen and another one. Zach Ertz maybe is creeping into that. I'd still have Zach Ertz in the 3rd tier. But I don't know. I could not. I appreciate your opinion. I'm not going to say it's a bad opinion, but for me, if you have a healthy Gronkowski is debatably as big of a weapon as anything to have in football. And you got Cooks. He's not... More or less as to what? Carson Wentz? If you told me right now I could have Brandon Cooks and Gronkowski or Zach Ertz and Alshon Jeffrey, I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking that trip up to New England every time to take that option. All right, we got the Raiders here in the final game of the season and the stream, as that's our goal. Phillip Rivers having a great year. But let's more so look here at the Raiders. Derek Carr having a modest season. 3,600 yards, 25 TDs, 9 picks. Jeremy Hill there is the running back, the starter. We've already played them before. Not a great year, man. No one's really performing well on the Raiders. What's Khalil Mack saying? Got Zellner, Dylan Zellner, 88 tackles, 4 sacks, and an interception. He's having a great year. One of the better Patreons. Khalil Mack is not off to a hot start, but it looks like he's missed a couple games. I'm not too worried. I feel like 13-2-1. We'll bounce back, get our win here to end the season. It will be money. Hogan hasn't played 4-5 weeks. He still had him, though. Amendola, like, all those guys are serviceable. I'd say the depth players, the depth wide receivers on the Patriots are still Nelson Aguilar, Torrey Smith territory. If we're just doing the comparison between the Eagles and the Patriots. I think that no matter what, Eagles wide receiver core and Patriot wide receiver core, you got to give the edge to the Patriots, ever so slightly. And if you say Nelson Aguilar's playing well, I think you have to credit that to Carson Wentz. Not that Nelson Aguilar, not like Nelson Aguilar's drastically changed that himself. I think it's the quarterback play. Top 3, okay, credit. I mean, their defense is playing a lot better now. They're probably a top 10 defense now that they've seemingly sorted out a lot of their issues, but Philly has a better defense. The Patriots definitely have a worse offensive line. Not as good of a running game. I think that's debatable. I think the Patriots, you've seen last week in their game against the Bills. That game, how they beat the Bills was how the Eagles have been beating guys. So I think the running game is really, really close. I think worst case scenario, it's not drastic enough to say that Tom Brady is doing more with less in comparison to the Eagles offense than what we have. You're comparing the two rosters, pretty damn close, as we're getting 0 moments here in our season finale as we're down 10-0, which is tremendous. Boom. Throws on the run. Bears have the worst receivers in the league. But yeah, I don't know. I only saw it. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see as of right now how. I can understand if you have Wentz and Brady tied, which is what I have. I can't see any real opinion of how Brady should be higher than Wentz. I guess I'll say that. See you, John. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, who wants it? Who wants it? Oh, let's go. Nice little catch. Moving the chains. How far do you think the Ravens will go? They'll go as far as that defense will take them. Don't know how far that will be. Thoughts on Oregon's head coach to Florida State? Seems like that upset a lot of players at Oregon. Looks like he kind of shafted them a little bit. And Jimbo to Texas State, that's a good fit. I mean, I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised that Jimbo left. I thought he had a lot of power and control there at Florida State. But it sounds like a lot of like behind-the-scenes stuff was going on. So that sucks. What up? What up, Elon? You haven't actually had the best stream so far, to be honest with you. I think you only got 1 touchdown, maybe 2 TDs. Oh, but as you can tell, we're off to a little bit of a losing streak here. Russell Wilson, like honestly, like I guess that's the only way I could put it for MVP. I think if you don't have a Carson Wentz, it's going Russell Wilson right now. But a lot is predicated on the final weeks of the season. Like if somehow something drastic happens with the Eagles and they lose to the Rams and they lose to the Raiders, like lose a couple games and Wentz is gone. As much as I like my boy, oh, got kicked the field goal. Wasn't paying attention. As much as I like Wentz, Wentz needs to have at least 14 wins, at a minimum of 13 wins to have a shot at MVP. But I think if Russell Wilson finds his way into AFC West, if the Seahawks win the NFC West outright, I don't even think if Brady and Wentz have great seasons, you can give it to someone over Russell Wilson. He didn't run a tryout. Yeah, but I think Troy Dye, who's a really good linebacker. Oh, come on. You got to hit that pass. Troy Dye, really good linebacker. I think I liked the tweet on Twitter. Basically, I guess Taggart told all the players like he was coming back and all this stuff, and then he just ditched real quick. Dak Prescott still my MVP. Skip. Oh, Skip. I kind of like Shannon Sharp now that he's becoming an Eagles fan. Just because he wants to like troll Skip Bayless. We need to get a touchdown here. Try to bring this game back into reasonable scoring. Chip to UCLA. I hope he crashes and burns. That guy's an ass. Yeah, to your point, Zach, that's because the NFC is so much better than the AFC. Like, if you took away Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, like you took away 3 QBs. If you took away Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, like I just shudder to think what the AFC would be. Oh, you make that catch. I don't know who made that. Hunter Henry, let's go. Let's make this a 1-score game. I feel like Saints have the best offense in football. I don't know they're the best team right now because that defense. I'm not a believer that defense is going to be able to shut down playoff caliber offenses more often than not. But as an Eagle fan, they're the number 1 team I'm afraid of in the NFL for sure. Where's the Y route? Oh, he throws it back to Lindquist, who gets the touchdown. Let's go. Where's commentary? Yeah, it's Joe Buck. It's not even close. Joe Buck's terrible. Why is chew the clock on when it's 4th and 4 and we're trying to go down the field? Fix that, Madden. Oh, that's you, Lindquist. All right, I guess we're going quick. Come on. Oh yeah, it's just that wasn't a good way to end the stream. Definitely not. As we fall to the Raiders, 23-14. Quickly looking at the stats. Phillip Rivers 265, 2 touchdowns running the ball. Whetstone was like our lead back. What the fuck happened to what do you call it? Oh no. Oh no. Did Melvin Gordon get hurt? Damn Whetstone over here, little midget. Lindquist 5 catches, 88 yards. Elon Mack had 1 catch for 18. Hoey led the team with 12 tackles. We got 2 tackles for loss from Sherwood Floyd, a sack from Zellner got a sack. Toshu got our only sack. Verrett got a pick. But definitely, you know, to lose our final 2 games of the season is not so hot. Try drafting Ed Oliver in your Eagles Connected franchise mode. I mean, I don't even know where I'd put him. We got Deron Payne, who was like our 4th round 79 D tackle. Well, we got Fletcher Cox and Tim Jernigan. Not a great fit. But hey, we just got a legacy award. If any of you patrons want me to draft Ed Oliver on the Snowhawks, now's going to be your time when we get to the offseason. So here we're going to end the stream here. Next stream, which will be next Wednesday, we will do the entirety of the playoffs. We will do final recap of all the stats, and it will end right at the draft. So then check your patrons if you are a supporter as we get your draft prospects in. But I like Elon Mack's suggestion. Ed Oliver, that'd be money. But here we go. Let's actually see who we're playing. And that's how we'll wrap this one. We'll close it down. So next episode's going to open up in the divisional round of the AFC. The Portland Snowhawks in their first year of existence. Phil Knight, Nike CEO, very, very proud of his team's success here. The Snowhawks will be taking on the 10-5-1 Tennessee Titans, as it looks like freaking Ties were on an absolute rampage this year. But look at that, 12-3-1 AFC West title. We're the #1 team. Tied. The Packers were 12-3. Look at the Ties, man. Packers 12-3-1. Patriots 13-2-1. I guess quickly to end the stream, let's look at the stats here of the Snowhawks and see just what we do. How do you become a patron? It's in the description of my box here. Patreon.com/PapaC4. It's a great way to help support me, especially on days like today, where all my videos have been getting auto-demonetized, which means Papa can't keep the lights on. But looking quickly at the recap here of the Snowhawks, 4,100 passing yards for Phillip Rivers, 42 touchdowns, 13 picks, which what I have a feeling is going to be his last season. Very good way for him to go out. Melvin Gordon had 13, almost 1,400 rushing yards, 6 TDs. Tim Whetstone, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Dempsey, backup QB, actually has had a couple good scrambles, 2 TDs, and our monster fullback, Hudson Merrill's 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Lindquist was a monster, 76 catches, 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. Hunter Henry, 738 and 6. Elon Mack, 40 catches for 800 yards and 11 touchdowns. All he did was catch TDs. Tyrell Williams, Whetstone, 200 yards, 4 TDs. A lot of playmakers here. The offensive line, I'm not going to lie, it could have been a little bit better. Johnny Munson giving up 13 sacks. Come on, John. Come on. Order should have been Philadelphia Collins. Jay Cass is another Patreon, 8 sacks. Bryant Thomas, another Patreon, 5 sacks. Hopefully, once we spend some XP, that won't happen again. On the defensive side, Garrett Hoy led the team with 94 tackles. Those had 3 tackles for loss and 7 sacks. We got 14.5 sacks from Joey Bosa, 7.5 Jeremiah Atoshu. Jay has Ashby had 5, so thank you, John, for that one. Lorenzo Williams Jr. had a sack and a half. Simon had a sack. On the interception front, 4 picks, Mackenzie Alexander, 3 from Nick Gavigan, bringing back the white corners, 3 from Jason Verrett, 2 from Lorenzo Williams Jr., and 1 from Matthew Simon. Kicking, Blackley, 95%, probably got into the, with a long of 61. I would assume he got into the Pro Bowl. And we got Shane Leckler's son. I think Shane Leckler's probably still punting for the Texans. Pretty good, man. 49.9. Like, that's fringe Pro Bowl punting numbers. What's in the 20? 6. So that's, I don't know. What's that, like 10%? My math sucks. That's not 10%. That's, well, that's, what do you call it? We'll go roughly 20-some percent. 23% of his punts went in the 20. I'm a punting god. My math's terrible, though. So it could be wrong. But yeah, that will end up the stream, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, man, I'm just chilling because, you know, taking it a little bit easy because I got to get ready for the 12 rebuilds of Christmas, which is really, really ambitious. I hope you guys do enjoy it, though. 12 straight days of varying rebuilds, realistic rebuilds. I'm not going to go super hard on the realistic rebuild front because I do like to have those go up every Friday, but there will be, I'd say right now I have 3 realistic rebuilds, 3 retro rebuilds, 3 rebuild roulettes, maybe a couple surprises in there. So, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, it's C4 saying if you want to get involved with this series, check out the Patreon, and peanut butter and jam! Bam!